Outlaws racing circuit is unique because these racers don't have any strict rules. The driver that has dominated the Outlaws is Sammy Swindell. Robert Allen has more.
Dreams are what life is all about in the world of automobile racing. If you don't have one, you'll never get anywhere. Sammy Swindell knows that. The 29-year-old outlaw sprint car driver has been racing since he was 12, but now he's very close to realizing a lifelong dream.
I hope to get into NASCAR and maybe a late model sportsman. If we've run a couple races already, maybe a little bigger schedule next year, and maybe some Grand National races.
Swindell was one of the original drivers in the world of outlaws when it started 5 years ago, and for the past 2 years he has dominated the circuit. It's easy to tell his car from the others by the big number 1, and his secret for success, it's really no secret at all.
It's just like any kind of sport. It's just a lot of dedication, and you know, the more somebody puts into it, the more they're going to get out of it. You know, I want to race for quite a while, and I see the only way I can do that is to maybe get into Grand National.
When he does leave, he'll be missed a little bit, but the other drivers realize that once he's gone, there'll be a little more money to be won. Robert Allen, News 4 Sports.
In Oklahoma recently, Sammy won at Kilgore, and Houston, Texas, Jeff won a preliminary and a feature at Devil's Bowl, and another feature at Lawton, Oklahoma. Then it was on to Oklahoma City and the Fairgrounds Speedway.
Ron Schumann in the black and orange number 21 grabs the lead away from Sammy in the red number 1 and Steve Kinzer in the yellow 11. Early in the race, Swindell hangs onto a raring race car while Schumann goes inside in turn 3 to try to lap John Johnson. The cars touch. Johnson goes up and out of the ballpark. No injuries, just hurt pride. On the 17th lap, Swindell passes Schumann, and Sammy wins another one, followed by Schumann, Kinzer, Shane Carson, and Tim Green.
Next week on Speed.
Sprint Car Series ran 6 races in 6 nights last week, and the Swindell brothers went on a rampage. Sammy Swindell, past series champ and current point leader, won 3 of those races. His little brother Jeff won the other 3. There's Sammy in the red number 1 at Oklahoma City last Sunday night. He was supposed to cut back his sprint car schedule this year to do some stock car racing. But as this field took the green, Sammy was on the pole and on a roll. These winged wonders roared to turn 1. Number 21, Ron Schumann, went outside to take the lead from Swindell. Sammy kept the tap wide open on his old Milwaukee beer wagon, but Schumann used moves like this to lead the first half of the race. Now, this kind of action keeps the Outlaw fans coming back for more. 6 straight nights of racing takes a toll on the equipment, though. Rick Unger out with a blown motor. A couple of weeks back, Swindell and his old rival Steve Kinzer got fined for rough driving, but Sammy's driving was spectacular. Sunday night, he even pulled wheelies trying to get around Schumann. You don't see that a lot in car racing. Kinzer, meanwhile, smoking the tires en route to an eventual 3rd-place finish. Now things really get wild. Schumann bumps a back marker. Swindell hot on his heels as the 2-car battle continues. Keep an eye on Kinzer. He bounces off the wall in a vain attempt to keep up with the leaders. Then real trouble. Schumann lapping John Johnson. They touch. Johnson cartwheels the outside fence. That's worth another look. Johnson walked away from this spectacular endo while the leaders raced back to the line. Swindell passed Schumann just before the yellow flag came out for this wreck. That put Swindell in front at the restart. He went on to win in a brand new machine. Sammy had totaled another car the night before.
Well, since that Oklahoma swing, it's been all Steve Kinzer on the outlaw circuit. The reigning outlaw champ won a 35-lap feature Tuesday night in Wichita, Kansas, and last night in Lincoln, Nebraska. Kinzer now trails Sammy Swindell by just 17 points in their razor-close World of Outlaw standings. Kinzer and Swindell are the only 2 drivers who have ever won the outlaw title.